we? Are we live? Are we live today? We are live! Yay! Excellent! Excellent! As always, Streamlabs is giving me a bit of a headache, but it's excellent to see that we're live. So, welcome to the third part of my walk around the Yamanote line. Today I am here at Ikebukuro station, where I finished the last time, and the plan is to walk as far as we can. Probably to Shibuya today. But we'll see. Could be longer, could be shorter. Probably not shorter. That would be exceptionally short. So yeah, this walk will be, parts of it will be quite similar to the walk I did just like a week ago when I walked from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku. So I'll probably be following a very similar route today in the beginning, but the idea is to well, at least try to take a few different streets. And then of course I won't end at Shinjuku, but continue further south to Shibuya, like I just said. Oh, hello Laura! Great to see you here from the beginning. Wonderful, wonderful. And yeah, I hope some of you enjoyed my little detour yesterday to Tachikawa. It was a nice walk as well. Tachikawa is always interesting. It's kind of a very different atmosphere compared to central Tokyo, I think. But yeah, today I'm back on track, and I think there will be one more episode after this where I wrap everything up, so that would be the last part of the Yamanote line, so from Shibuya to Shinagawa. So we'll see, maybe we can do that tomorrow. That would be great. That would be a great way to end this year. I always like this facade, by the way. It looks like a low poly model from some old video game or something. Weather is decent. It's a little bit cloudy today, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's take the same route as last time here. It's so nice to go up by the train tracks. We get to see a little bit of a view. Oh, the Hawaiian. It's been a while since I saw you around. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm sure some of you are eager to hear what the weather is like. So it's 12 degrees today, a little bit warmer, considering that it's still quite early in the day. Sunny according to Google. A little bit humidity, it's a little bit higher than what it was last week. Light wind, yeah. Good walking weather, I think. So someone asked me in the previous stream what this chimney was, and I said that I thought it was some sort of exhaust thing for an underground highway. That's wrong. One of my diligent viewers figured out that this is I think it's called Toshima incineration plant. so it's a garbage burning plant. So that's what that chimney is. So now you know. Now you know what I didn't know. So as you can see, it's a little bit hazy. Those buildings over there in Shinjuku are somewhat, you know, yeah, you can see that they're not super clear. It's a little bit foggy today. Wow, already 230 people watching. Just started the stream, not bad. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. I hope you will enjoy this walk. So I think I will try to go down here and cross to the other side of the station, so we get a little bit of variation today. So it's not just the same route as last time. Hopefully the connection will survive this tunnel. Do you like Japanese baseball? I can't say I do, no. I'm not really interested in sports. I don't even know the rules for baseball. Here, Ikebukuro Station East, Ikebukuro Station West. So I think we're on the right track. Does anyone offer 5G in Japan yet? Yes, I have 5G every once in a while, but it's only very few parts of the city where there's actually 5G signal. But all the big Japanese phone companies do offer 5G now. Cricket would even be, yeah, cricket is really strange sport. I'm completely clueless. With baseball, at least I get it, that it's a good thing if they hit the ball out of the entire, into the audience, basically. But cricket is just confusing to me. I have no idea what's going on, and then there's a tea break. going to leave Tokyo in 2021? Possible, but not very likely. I'll probably be here for another year. Cricket is good for curing insomnia. Yeah, I think so too. But probably most sports would fill that purpose for me though. At least now we're on the, let me see, we are on the eastern side of the tracks now, so it's a different route than my last walk from Ikebukuro. Are you traveling still for work? Right now I'm in Tokyo and will be here until the end of January. I think my next trip is scheduled for January 20th to 28th, so up until then I will be here. And I have one trip in January, one in February, and 2 in March. That's all the work I got scheduled so far. This is an interesting wall painting. That yakitori? Yeah, yakitori at the bottom, and some beer, and what's in that barrel? Sake? Probably. They are open for tourists. Well, I really doubt that it would be possible to open for tourism in April, but we shall see. It's a really nice day for a walk. I kind of like this light actually. Would be good for photos. Softens everything up a little bit. There's no really hard shadows. Are you going to review the new Gundam factory? Review? I'm not sure, but maybe I will walk there sometime. I'm not sure if I know how to review a factory. Check how far it would be. Walking from Shinjuku to Shibuya would look something like this, and it's let's see, how far is it? That's the Shinjuku. Where does it call Shibuya station work? Oh, odd. Okay, there we go. 7.8k. So it's not that long today. I did like 12k on the first Yamanote line walk. So if it's only 8, I think it will take around 2 hours. Maybe a little bit longer. But we'll also see how many times I'll get lost. Also, let's see if we can find a little bit more interesting route rather than just walking along this big street. How about we go here? Try some smaller local streets. Those tend to be more fun, if you ask me. Yeah, my second phone showed lag. Could be that just my second phone is like not really showing the stream in real time. Maybe I should restart it. Let's see, maybe this way. Right? It gets super quiet as soon as you just get one block away from the main streets. Very peaceful residential areas, even in central urban Tokyo. What kind of shoes? Oh, I need to add that to the FAQ. And oh, I wrote a FAQ. There's actually an FAQ in the video description now. Let me know if you think there are any questions missing that I should answer. Maybe I should add the shoe thing, because people ask about that quite often. Not super often though, but just regular, humble sneakers. Nothing fancy or special at all. Forecast says rain in Tokyo tomorrow. I see. Yeah, it hasn't rained in a while. It's been very dry. Claudia, all those questions are answered in the FAQ. Look at this cute little toilet logo, by the way. So quiet. All you can hear is the sound of my steps. Okay, so it looks like there's a dead end up here. Not sure if that only applies to cars though, but let's not take that way. Maybe something about Mini Explorer. I don't know what information about her would fit in the FAQ. you ever explored the residential area in Sumida near Tokyo Skytree? Yeah, I have a few walks like Skytree to Asakusa. I think I did that one both live and as a pre-recorded walk in 4K. Haven't been around there that much though, because it's really the complete opposite of Tokyo from where I live, so it's very far. But it's a nice part of the city though. It's just for logistical reasons it's a little bit difficult for me to get there. When was the last time you appeared on TV? I think that was probably the National Parks program that aired at the end of the summer. Maybe I've been on the Swedish news once since then as well, but it hasn't been that much recently actually. Did they have Christmas break? No. Today is a regular work day here in Japan. There's no Christmas break here in Japan actually. They work just on the 24th, 25th. They're just regular weekdays. I thoroughly recommend Enoshima if you haven't been. Well, the most viewed video on my channel is from Enoshima. I have several videos from Enoshima on my channel. What does the diamond symbol mean on the road? That should go in the FAQ as well. It means that there's a pedestrian crossing coming up. New Year's is fairly big, yes. Yes, it is. Much bigger than Christmas. About if foreign or like international companies give foreign staff time off during Christmas. That would really depend on the company, I think, but generally not really. So now we are close to Mejiro station. We did pass here on the last walk as well. When will it snow in Tokyo? January and February are the coldest months, so those are the months when it's most likely to snow. Yeah, this is not the suburbs, this is very much central Tokyo, just a residential neighborhood. What's your favorite late snack out on the town? Well, depends really, but I'm quite fond of yakitori, especially when I go out and drink with friends. Yakitori is always a nice snack to go, but I'm also a big fish and seafood lover, so I would never say no to sushi or sashimi. We're going to the Shibuya station to end the stream or just an area in Shibuya? I will probably end the stream at the station. We'll see. If depends a little bit on how long it takes to get there. Currently I don't have much of a plan for Shibuya, to be honest. So now I'm walking just one block from the train tracks again. now that it's 12 degrees at day and like 0 at night, how do you heat your apartment? So we live in a relatively newly built condo, so it stays quite warm in itself, but we do have a electric, they call it like oil heater, but it's basically just a radiator. It's filled with oil, but it's not like you don't burn any oil or anything. So it's just powered by electricity, but that's what we use for our bedroom. I don't like sleeping with AC on because that just makes the air so dry and disgusting. Oh, thank you, Irvan. Oh, you sent me a message on Instagram. I see. Thank you so much. I will check it out. I haven't been on Instagram for a few days. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, so we have that heater for the bedroom, and then in the living room we have floor heating, which is also quite nice. We do have, of course, an aircon as well, but again, it makes the air so dry, so we usually use the floor heating there. And in my workroom I have just aircon. Floor heating is it's water, so it's heated by gas. Like gas heats up the water and then it gets pumped out to the floor and heats the room very nicely. A really nice apartment. It's pretty standard, I would say, like most relatively newly built apartments are having those kind of features like floor heating. What's the big fence building to your left? That's Gakushain University. So it's known for having many members of the imperial family went there. Oh, Yamanote line train. It looks really hazy over there at Shinjuku. Oh wow, 3:31 a.m. in Germany. You should sleep, not watch my stream. You can watch the stream afterwards. Is this haze pollution? No, I don't think so. We usually don't have smog in Tokyo. I think it's just weather. People are here to interact with you. Okay, I appreciate that, but you shouldn't sacrifice your health. Sleep is important, you know. Yeah, Mew, you haven't been around in quite a long time. Good to see you here again. So last walk I did go under this tunnel and then turn left. So let's try a different route today. Maybe down here? Yeah, I know I know a lot about having sleeping issues. I'm suffering from it from time to time as well. Have you visited Onigiri Bongo? Apparently they have the best onigiri around. No, never heard of it. Sounds interesting though. So we just passed 30 minutes. 90 minutes to go. Or something like that. Plenty of kimchi. Expecting to do 2 hours. Yeah, I think about 2 hours today. I could do a little bit longer, but then the third, or like then the last part of this Yamanote line walk would be so ridiculously short, so it wouldn't make much sense. So I think I'll just do until Shibuya today, and that should take me about 2 hours in total. And then I have about another 2 hours to complete the entire loop. Have you had Ippudo? Yes, many times. It's good, but a bit overrated if you ask me. I think we're already getting close to Takadana Baba. The Hawaiian Sea. Thank you. I'll have a drink on my way back home. I'll do that. Thank you. You like hiking in Japan? I do. I love hiking in Japan, but unfortunately I don't have that much time for it. But I did go to Mitake-san a few weeks ago. Did a little stream from there as well. Mitake-san is a really nice mountain, about 90 minutes from central Tokyo. But there's a lot of beautiful nature and hiking trails relatively close to Tokyo. Yes, we are close to Waseda University right now. Oh, and here's this weird looking wedding chapel again. Passed here the other week, or on my other walk. I love these armors. I wonder if you can get married wearing those. They rent them out as wedding dresses. Ah, thank you, Jenny. Gyoza to go with the drink. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's cross the train tracks here and take a slightly different route compared to last time. Cross here to the other side of the train tracks. Hey Tokyo Explorer, how frequent are earthquakes and what was the worst one you've experienced? The worst one I experienced was the big one in 2011, the one that caused the Fukushima disaster. That was pretty horrifying. I thought I was gonna die. How frequent they are, I would say on average maybe every 2-3 months there's a earthquake strong enough so that we actually feel it, and strong enough to trigger the earthquake alarm in our apartment. So they're relatively frequent, and it feels like they tend to come in waves. So usually when there's like periods with more activity. Oh, nice wall painting here. There's like a couple of months or half a year when there's like earthquakes quite frequently, and then maybe it cools down for like half a year to a year and there's hardly any earthquakes. It often feels like it's hitting in waves like that. Astro Boy. Oh, someone should look up the story behind this mural. If there's any connection to Astro Boy or Osamu Tezuka around here. Astro Boy took place in Takadana. I see. That's why. That's why. Earlier, where are we today? We are walking from Ikebukuro to Shinjuku. We are currently passing the Takadana Baba station. Osamu Tezuka lived in Takadana Baba. I see. That's also one reason. And here's actually one of my favorite arcades in Tokyo. Mikado. It's a retro game arcade. Really cool. Haven't been in a long time though. I think John Daub did a video from there a while ago. If you're interested, you should check that out. I won't go inside and film because I would need a permission to do so. But I know that Mikado are pretty chill with giving permissions. I did some photo session there once for a magazine article, and yeah, they were very accommodating. Did you actually meet John Daub? No, never met him. Takadana Baba station. Does it snow there? People keep asking about snow. Sometimes it snows, not every winter, but sometimes It's not rare to have snow, but it's quite rare to have snow that actually stays on the ground for a long time. This year we haven't had any snow yet in Tokyo, but many other parts of the countries have been seeing a lot of snowfall actually.はい、みんなの久しぶり。あ、ロース坂本、久しぶりですね。ようこそ。Do you know personally Rambalak? No, I don't personally know any YouTubers, actually. Ever done riverboat tours in Tokyo? I think there's one video on my channel which is a little boat tour from Nihonbashi out into Tokyo Bay, but that's about it. Yeah, I know last week at the Christmas market John started a stream from the same Christmas market just after I left. It's pretty funny. I think our videos are pretty different though, in the sense that he plans ahead way more than I do, and he usually has like a clear theme or topic for each one of his videos. I'm too lazy to do that. I'm just taking a walk whenever I have the time, and that's it. I should plan more, but I mean, unlike him, I don't do YouTube for a living. So I have to prioritize my other work. Quite a lot of construction going on here. Your style is more adventurous, yeah. Yeah, I think so. But I really admire his work though. I think he's, he really nailed down the YouTube game, and he's very successful, and he deserves that success. Let's take this side of the tracks this day. Last time I walked on the other side of the tracks. Yeah, I think he's more strategic with his content. I'm not really. I just do whatever I feel like for the day, and if people enjoy it and join me, then I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy about that. But if I wanted to turn this into a job or like a full-time thing, then I should probably approach it more like in the way that he does. Instead of flashing street light, no, it's just flickering because I can't set the shutter speed manually when live streaming. So in the daytime it uses very short shutter speeds, and that makes all the lights flicker. I know Ramblak's channel, but I don't know him personally. Shutter speed under 60 FPS, yeah. Then I would need ND filters and whatnot, and it's not really possible to attach those to my phone. without messing up the balance. Hello from Las Vegas. Is this live? Yes, it's live. It's very much live. Live on the gels. Yeah, it could possibly work, but then, you know, I'm also using my phone for my regular, that's my, you know, for my daily use, and having to mount all these things and balance it for every stream would just be a big hassle. So it's okay. I think we can live with a bit of flickering lights for the time being. Where did you buy a OnePlus in Japan, by the way? Yeah, they're not officially sold here, but there's one shop in Akihabara called IOSIS, which sells a lot of imported phones. So I got this one here, but my previous phone, which was also a OnePlus, that one I got in Sweden. We're going to watch some fireworks on New Year's. So in Japan, there's generally no fireworks in New Year's. In Japan, fireworks is more of a summer thing. We don't, yeah, they don't do fireworks here for New Year's. Sorry, there's a lot of questions in the chat now, but I'm not even able to respond to them all. Going to visit a shrine? Not this year. We usually do, but because of the COVID situation, we're not planning to go to any shrines for this New Year this year. Wishes to your feet. Haha, thank you. I like walking. Otherwise I wouldn't have started a walking video channel. way. So, only walked for 50 minutes and we're almost in Shin-okubo already. It's actually quicker than I was expecting. Hey Yari, we've been walking for about an hour almost, 51 minutes to be exact. We are pretty close to Shin-okubo station. We walked from Ikebukuro. Ah, Nick is here. Good to see you around again. Minutes late. Not that bad. No, it's not that bad. You'll be around for more than half of the stream at least, for sure. Which area around Tokyo is the cheapest for living? Ooh, I don't know. It's very difficult to pinpoint a specific area. But generally north of central Tokyo tends to be cheaper than south, and also east tend to be cheaper than west. Very, very simplified though. Ikebukuro から渋谷まで歩くのか。そうですね。今日はそのぐらいです。There's lots of really interesting supermarkets around here. Especially this street is very kind of lots of immigrants running shops here. Pretty cool. So I didn't even know that there was a shop selling mobile phones here. Interesting. And apparently there's a mosque here. Didn't know that. これ高田馬場。じゃあこれは新大久保の近くです。Yeah, that little block suddenly makes you feel like you're not in Tokyo. Over here we have Shin-okubo station. Let's put the train that you see over there. That's Shin-okubo. Fun fact, this is where my language school was located. So I used to come here every day for a year back in 2010. I always feel a bit nostalgic when I pass through here now. Today は歌舞伎町に通らないと思いますね。 今日は新宿のなんていう東側の方、西新宿の方に行きます。先週も池袋から新宿まで歩きましたけど、その時は歌舞伎町の方に行きました。Yes, very close to Koreatown, but I will not pass through there today. Oh, is this a dead end? It looks like this is a dead end. Yes, it was. Too bad. Plenty of cones here, yeah. Let's just walk parallel to the train tracks here instead. As you can see, this station is always very crowded, is my impression. That's why I don't want to walk down to the Koreatown today. With COVID and everything, I prefer to avoid the crowded streets. Yeah, side streets are more interesting, I think. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Did you ever consider teaching English? Not really. Especially not since I'm not a native English speaker, even though I know that's not really necessary, but yeah, nah, I prefer being a photographer. English is awesome though, thank you. What snacks do you recommend from vending machines? Well, most vending machines only sell drinks, not snacks. So, yeah, don't really know. Can't say I do recommend any snacks from vending machines. Yeah, this area is very international. It's quite different from most other parts of Tokyo. I really like it. Like one of those places where you can really feel that Japan isn't that homogeneous after all, or especially not Tokyo. Lots of Koreans, lots of Vietnamese, Thai, also some like Bangladesh and Nepal, Indian. It's a lot of variety in the shops around here. Also great if you want to, have some food from these countries. You can always find good restaurants around here. I thought only Roppongi had the international fair. No, Roppongi is more like maybe international, like office people, but around here you have way more like shop owners and restaurants. So, can we? Not really, we can't cross here unless I walk down there or up here. Let's go this way then. Have you done a Kichiyoji walk? Not really. Not, maybe like, well, I did. Yeah, I haven't done any live from Kichiyoji. I've done a few pre-recorded walks from that area, and I covered many areas in Setagaya. What devices are you using to film this? Please read the FAQ, it's in the video description. Apart from Sweden and Japan, where would you want to live? So for practical reasons, probably somewhere in Scandinavia, Norway or Denmark, maybe Finland. But I do also have a dream of moving to Italy sometime, maybe like to retire.はい、歩いてる人も日本語わかります。Scientology church here, is it? I didn't know. Let's see if we can cross here before it turns red. I think we can, yes. Great. Italy Explorer, that would be awesome.なかなか面白いライブ配信です。ありがとうございます。結構シンプルなチャンネルですけど、なんか今はなんか日本に行きたい人がいっぱいいますけど、コロナのせいで日本に行けない。そのために YouTube で一緒に東京の散歩を連れて行きます。昼なんでご飯食べませんか？ストリームの後は家族と一緒に昼ご飯食べに行きます。日本語上手すぎありがとうございます。A lot of actually seems like there's more Japanese viewers than usual today, and some of them are a little bit curious and commenting. So yeah. really close to Shinjuku station now. I will have lunch after the stream. It's difficult to stream and eat at the same time. +600 viewers, great! It's increasing. It's increasing, which is of course great to see. Yes. だいぶしながら食べるのがちょっと難しいです。時々はなんかどっかベンチとか公園とかあれば、あとちょっとおにぎりか肉まんを食べながらちょっと休憩することがあるんですけど、今日はこの辺は多分ちょっと難しいと思います。公園でビール飲む。そうですね。Well, in general, I haven't had lunch yet, so no beer today. I think I should stick to that habit. Otherwise, I will just turn into an alcoholic eventually if I start having beer at any time of the day. Yari, doki doki is not sometimes. Toki doki is sometimes. Doki doki means like that your heart is pounding and that you're like excited. So very different meaning. So toki doki is sometimes. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much for the super chat. Very kind of you. Good to hear that you enjoy my channel and my walks. So yeah, very close to Shinjuku station now. These are some of the oldest skyscrapers in Tokyo. PS5 building, right? It would have been so awesome if that was actually the Sony office. Let's pass through Omoide Yokocho, shall we? the most scenic streets in Shinjuku at nighttime. During the daytime it's not so. Well, it's nice at daytime too. It's very quiet though. Okay, back into busy part of Shinjuku. すごい通り道だな。そうですね。夜はすごい賑やか。思い出横丁。昼はすごい静かですけど。Christopher, did I get a super chat from someone called Christopher? I didn't even see that. I'm so sorry. So thank you very much. As you can see, there's quite a few homeless people around here. Will you be going by Yodobashi camera? I can do that, yeah. Why not? We're just a block away anyway. Oh, I see. Christopher Light gave a $2 super chat and I've already looked for the Olympics. I'm so sorry, I missed that one. I don't think there will be a Summer Olympics. Everything related to this virus is still so much up in the air, and we have this new strain that is even more contagious and whatnot. So I would be very surprised if there will be a Summer Olympics, at least anything that looks like a normal Olympics. But I'm just guessing. I'm not an expert on those things, so we shall see. Cocoon Tower ですね。そうですね。これ Cocoon Tower ですね。多分東京都の中の一番エロい建物。You got that one. In the future, can you cover the area of Daikan Yamanaka Meguro? I've made several videos around there already, so please check the archive on my channel. But it's quite likely that I will go there again as well. So. Let's head down to the Yodobashi camera area. someone requested it from the chat. So basically this entire block is like just a bunch of Yodobashi camera and a handful of other camera shops as well, including my favorite one called Map Camera, which I think is the best camera shop in Tokyo. Oh, that dog is the... it's a convoluted name, but thank you for the super chat. That dog that ate you. Okay, now I can read it. Like I always say, I'm not filming inside any shops because I need permission in order to do that. So, but at least you can see some of the outside. I'll head down one more block here. This is also one of my favorite streets to shoot at, actually, because at night it's really beautiful with all these neon signs, and then you have the Tocho, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government building in the distance. There's a user who keeps posting Google translated sentences in Swedish. That should stop doing that, unless he or she wants to get banned. Would you recommend buying a camera in Japan? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're coming here as a tourist, then you get 10% tax-free. So you can probably find a decent deal. Although it's not that cheap, maybe, compared to other countries. What I often do is I buy used camera equipment, because you can find a lot of really good condition used gear. And when you buy it in the shops here, you get the warranty as well, even if it's used. So most of the stuff I buy is actually used. That tends to be quite discounted from the full price. So yeah, Nikon D850. So Nikon moved all their camera production out of Japan now. They closed their last factory. But personally, I don't see that that's a problem. I don't care if my camera is made in Japan or in Thailand, to be honest, as long as it works. And as far as I know, there hasn't been any reports of showing that, you know, those Thailand-made cameras would be of lesser quality. Right, the thing when you buy a camera in Japan is that some brands, especially Sony and Panasonic, if you buy the camera here in Japan and you don't get the international version, then you will only have Japanese language menus. Other makers aren't that stupid, but Sony and Panasonic for some reason do that. Yeah, Nikon is already, yeah, they closed their last factory just now, so from next year everything will be made in Thailand, I think. Mukashi スリランカの料理のお店があったんだ。知らなかった。スリランカの料理って何ですか？食べたことないかもしれない。 This one is for S, who loves Lost in Translation. On this street you get the best view of the Park Hyatt.ここからちょっと静かになりますね。そうですね。ここから代々木まで、まあ原宿まで結構静かですね。Oh, Nikon DF Gold Edition set that you haven't opened. Nice. You should keep that unopened. It might turn into something valuable if you wait long enough. Thank you, S. Thank you. It is a nice movie. I should watch it again soon. Oh, and thank you, D. Lee. Thank you very much. Tokyo って海外の人どう見えてるんでしょうか。それは本当に人によって全然違いますと思います。簡単に答えられません質問ですね。Eat. I will eat later. Sunroot Hotel, yeah. It's a pretty popular place. Never stayed there myself, but I often have friends and visitors stay there. What the DF is. So DF is this like slightly odd digital SLR that Nikon released a couple of years ago, which was using a very retro inspired design, and it was using the choice of sensor was very weird because it used the same sensor as the D4, and the D4 is a sports camera, so that sensor is built to have, to be as fast as possible for taking sports photos, but the DF is a very slow camera that will mostly appeal to like landscape photographers, and that sensor is also relatively low resolution, so it felt like a very odd and strange choice of sensor. It could have been a very nice camera otherwise, but it was just 20 megapixels, while there was, the D810 was already released at that time, I think, that had almost twice the resolution. So for the target audience, I think that they should have picked a better high resolution sensor for that camera. Then it could have been more popular. It looks pretty nice, but it feels a bit cheap. Yes. I do know my Nikon cameras. I do. Shinjuku から Shibuya まで結構かかるんだね。それはあんまり遠くないですね。 1時間もかからない。短いです。Wabi Sabi Master, thank you very much. Beer money for me, thank you. That will definitely come in handy. Maybe not today, but definitely soon enough. Fuchikato, thank you. Wow, people are very generous today. What about Leica? I'm not really a big Leica user. I don't know so much about the Leica cameras. My wife has a Leica Q that I use from time to time. It's a very nice camera though, but obviously Leica, you pay ridiculous amounts of money just for the brand. So it's a very nice luxury item, but I don't feel like personally for my photography it wouldn't make much sense for me to shoot with a Leica, even if I could afford them, which I really can't. At least not if I want a decent lens selection. Oh, how long before we will learn the final tally from the super chat from Sunday's walk? I haven't checked exactly, but I think it was around $170. Something like that, 170, 180. So by far a new record. And that's to large thanks to Irvan and Fungus, who was extremely generous on that day. I really appreciate that. Oh, you slow 722. I usually shoot with a Leica QP, M4 240 and M10P. Nice. Although I don't even know all those cameras. Yeah, now we are very close to Yoyogi. Yoyogi station over here. Leicas are too slow for T. I don't mind the slowness, like if it would be for my personal shooting. I would probably love having a Leica just for my own relaxed laid-back shooting, but yeah, as a work tool I think they're a little bit too technically limiting. And then it's also the fact that you would have to learn getting used to manual focus, which I'm sure can be done, and once you do you can be pretty quick with manual focus lenses, but yeah, it would be quite a steep learning curve in the beginning. Oh, there used to be a very old building here, but now it's been torn down. Just a big gap. Feels like it's getting grayer and colder, almost like it could start raining sometime soon. Here's the Yoyogi station with the Docomo Tower behind it. down to Meiji Jingu soon. Oh wait, then I should probably not. Oh well, we're here, so let's walk this street. And I can show you, this is a pretty interesting thing. So the first place I lived when I first moved to Tokyo 13 years ago was not too far from here. So I walked on this street quite often, and it always surprised me how extremely narrow this building is. It's like so thin. There's actually a cafe in there. It has kind of a triangular shape though, so it does like, it gets wider, but still, it's quite funny. So I think if we go down here, we should reach Meiji Jingu. Oh, thank you, Nabaroy, for the super chat. Did you check the battery? Ah, you want the battery update? 58% left. So plenty of battery left. We've already been doing 1.5 hours. I want to see how you talk the video. Sorry, I don't really understand the question. So we will soon reach the entrance, like the rear entrance to the Meiji Jingu shrine area. I think Naba meant how you take the video. I want to see how you take the video. It's explained in the video description. I just use my smartphone mounted on a gimbal, which is a DJI OM4. So very simple equipment. If we reach a mirror somewhere, I can try to show you what it looks like. Do you need permission to take video in Japan? Generally no. If you're on public streets you can take video, but it's a little bit complicated. But in general it's okay. But if you want to shoot inside shops or any private places, you generally need permission. Although it's not that strongly enforced in many places. Tyckte väl att jag kände igen dialekten. Kul, jag önskar dig en god fortsättning. Tack! God fortsättning själv. Nabaroy, thank you. Thank you again. Feel free to ask if you have any more questions. I will try to answer as good as I can. Meiji Jingu. 早いな。そうかな。 you notice the fact that there are less tourists there? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So here's the entrance to the rear side of Meiji Jingu. So we are now here. Yoyogi station down here. We walk through. I won't go inside here because that's a pretty long detour. So I'll just go straight and come out near Harajuku station. And you're always supposed to bow when entering a shrine. Since I have many Japanese viewers today, I'm a little bit extra cautious about behaving well. Should also never pass through the middle of the torii gate. Should take the side. Jingu 広いですね。結構広いですね。The Japanese economy and shops suffering due to the fact of lack of tourists. Yes, they're suffering very much. Japan has a lot of people depending on tourism, so those are really facing hardships now. I really love this forest. It's such a nice oasis in the middle of the city, and this path is just gorgeous, especially with the light shining through like this. About a year ago I did a photo shoot here for a girl who was celebrating her coming of age day. So she was wearing a very gorgeous kimono and we had perfect light. That was a really nice photo shoot. Sanpo douga wa kanari miryokuteki desu ne. Arigatou gozaimasu. This is the Meiji Jingu shrine area, so it's just west of Harajuku, between Shinjuku and Shibuya. Can I meet you when I visit? Maybe. Let's see what things are like whenever you are able to visit Tokyo. You can always send me an email. We can see. Veriatis, thank you. Thank you for the straight shooting. Thank you for watching.ラムラクさんもいいけど、東京エクスプレスさんがライブしてくれていいね。ありがとうございます。まあ、ラムラクもすごく上手、綺麗な映像を撮ってるんですけど、僕も昔そのスタイルなんか言わず、なんか散歩動画だけもう作りました。もう多分僕のチャンネルでだいたい200、枚の動画があるんですけど、でもやっぱりライブの方が楽しいね。作るのが楽しい。なんか何でもなんかなんていう見る人と会話とかコミュニケーションがあるのがとても楽しいです。Wow, looks like they chopped down some trees. Looks a bit more open and spacious than what it used to around here. Does this park smell fresh? I'm wearing a mask, so all I'm smelling is my coffee breath right now, which is not what I would call particularly fresh, but maybe without the mask it would be okay. You would probably get a bit of that foresty smell, but it's also pretty dusty from this road, and that kind of smells as well, I think. Oh, Christy Tam, nice walk in chat. How will you celebrate the new year? We will have soba with my wife's family. So usually in Japan people eat soba, as it's supposed to give you a long and healthy life. That's like something people eat for New Year's. So we will do that, and then we will just have a nice evening together at their place. We won't be going to a shrine or anything this year because of the pandemic. So a little bit different than usual, but still it's gonna be very nice, I think. Yeah, long line of cones here. I will absolutely not watch the NHK singing contest, no. I think that's one of the worst possible ways to start the new year. At least in terms of causing suffering to my ears. 'Yeah, especially like under the gate, you're not supposed to walk in the middle. After the gate, I don't know. I thought it was okay, but maybe it's not. I often walk in the middle here because I want to give this symmetrical view, but maybe that makes me a very rude person then, if I'm taking up the space for the gods. So ですね、原宿の表と裏、雰囲気は全然違いますね。 No, these cones are not usually here. It's probably just a preparation for the New Year's celebrations. On regular years, there's millions of people coming here for the first shrine visit of the year. I'm not sure how it will be this year though. Yes, I'm very close to Harajuku station right now. You can actually see those new buildings behind the trees here. So here's the new Harajuku station building. I think we'll go down here. I don't want to go, so over here it's very busy, like that's Omotesando starting here. But I think there will be a lot of people, so I'll avoid that street today. Take a more quiet route to Shibuya. Two bows, two claps in hands and one bow. Well, that's in front of the shrine, not when you pass through the gate. We are coming soon, yes. So NHK buildings are over there. I think I'll take that route. And then here's the entrance to Yoyogi Park. I think I'll walk past the NHK, because otherwise I could walk this street, which is a little bit quicker, but it's also very, very boring, this one. So I'll take the detour past the NHK buildings. Here's the old Yoyogi Olympic Stadium, I think. Or is it just the Yoyogi Stadium? I think this was built for the old Olympics back in the 60s.代々木上原の方ね、そこのユニクロの社長の家。今日はあの辺に行く予定がないんですけど、行ったことあります。僕は昔あの方住んでたからよく通りました。すっごいでかい家ですね。ここからちょっと遠いですけど、多分まっすぐ行ってあと20分ぐらいと ちょっと右に曲がってあの辺ですね。代々木上原と笹塚駅の間。I don't really see much point for that mask debate in the chat. I mean, if you don't think it helps, that's your opinion, I guess. But considering that WHO and CDC and a lot of those big authorities are now recommending it, wearing them won't hurt, at least. That's my idea or my opinion, but yeah, let's not talk about that here. There's so much COVID talk everywhere all the time anyway, so it would be nice if we could keep our chat a little bit focused on nicer things. What was it Simon said about Sasasuka? I don't remember. How far from Shibuya? We're like, what? Shibuya's over there. Probably less than 15 minutes. Are we far from the destination? Not far, no. 15 minutes or so away. What's your favorite season in Japan? I like autumn. Spring is nice too, but usually there's just too many people, too many tourists in the spring to see the cherry blossoms, which kind of ruins it a little bit, especially here in Tokyo. Weather-wise, it's nothing wrong with spring though, but yeah, autumn is nicer, if you ask me. Oh, I'm getting thirsty, but I think since we're so close to the end, we should yeah, I'll just keep on walking and then I'll have a drink after the stream. Beer, yeah, beer mood, yes, but haven't had lunch yet, folks. No beers before lunch. And now with the lack of crowds, it's very nice. I like it, but of course, thinking about the economic consequences gives me a bit of stomach ache. Is it just me, or did everything get a red hue suddenly? I don't think so. Or did it? Yeah, maybe you accidentally switched on the night shift or night mode or whatever it's called. It's recommended to come in April when the cherry blossoms. Yeah, but it's just too crowded in April. I don't like that. I usually recommend people to come in the autumn instead. Kind of photography are you doing? Portrait, reportage. It's explained a little bit in the FAQ in the video description. You can also check out my Instagram, which is linked in the video description, to see some examples of the work I do. But mostly right now, most of my work is related to the tourism industry, so lots of travel photography. All Japanese people go to the beach in the summer. Not really, no. Going to the beach is not that popular here. At least not compared to in Europe, where like everybody goes to the beach in the summer. In Japan, some people really love going to the beach, but also a lot of people are not really interested in it. So there's actually a lot of really nice beaches that are more or less empty in Japan. Chiba beaches, yeah, I haven't been to those. They're not very nice. But if you go more to like central Japan, like around the Seto Inland Sea, there's a lot of islands with nice beaches and hardly any people at all. Not to mention like Okinawa. Out of curiosity, how tall are you? Almost 190 centimeters. Now we are in Shibuya. We're just a few blocks away from Shibuya Station, where I will end this stream. It's been a good walk. We just passed 2 hours. Did cover. Let's see, how far did we go? Did we walk today? According to Google Maps, about 8-9K. According to my Fitbit, let's see how many steps. 14,000 steps. Let's cross here. see what Fitbit says in terms of kilometers. Does it even give me a good number on that? Yeah, it does. 11.3k. Make it 400 likes. Yeah, we should be able to do that, shouldn't we? And yeah, as always, if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy joining me on my walks, consider joining me on Patreon. That would be very nice. Show your support, and you also get access to the Patreon only streams, which I do every once in a while. I should make a cone emoji and launch the membership option here on YouTube. Huh? Maybe that will be the project for the New Year's. Who knows? Subscribe this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Let's take Spain Saka, shall we? What do we do for 50k subs party? Good question. I don't have any plan. 50k is a good milestone, but it's only halfway to 100k. Spain Saka, Spain Hill, yes. This little street down here is called Spain Saka. We've been here before, yeah. This street is quite nice at night. Getting really close to Shibuya station. Let's pass this street quickly, because there's always some copyrighted music playing, so I don't want to get a YouTube copyright notice. Streaming for a while now. Yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 7 minutes, which is not that long. I did 3 hours the other day. 2 hours is a pretty comfortable length though. We're 109 Shibuya station over here. So yeah, thanks everyone who joined me today. Have you ever been to the cafe called Excelsior Cafe? Oh, you mean the one over there? I've been, yeah. It's a big chain. It's pretty bad, but I've been a couple of times. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will hopefully do the last part of this Yamanote line walkathon tomorrow, but I can't really promise anything because you never know what will happen. But at least only one episode down left to go, so let's watch this Shibuya crossing madness, and then I will end this stream. Again, thank you so much for stopping by today. It was a good walk. Fullbordat samtal. 2 hours and 10 minutes today. Not bad. Oh wow, 622 viewers. That's a lot. Feels bad to end the stream while so many are tuning in, but it is what it is. Okay folks, yes, they have now closed down the Tokyo, this building just in front of us, and this will be taken down soon. More about that in another stream. Okay, thanks a lot, and see you all next time. Bye bye. Heido. Mata ne.